Hello and welcome to another episode. So basically, all this hubbub about the NES Mini and alternatives that you could use because scalpers are selling it for way too much fucking money than it's worth. I have my own alternative that I'm using. The NES Mini, in my opinion, is not really worth it. It's just nostalgia. It's gonna fizzle out pretty quick. I mean, if you're a hardcore Nintendo fan, then yeah, it's cool to have, but it's nothing more than a little emulator box. So instead of getting like the Retrobit Generations, or the NES Mini, or getting yourself, say, a third-party console like the Retron 5 or the AVS that has HDMI output, which these systems seem to only do 720p, this system that I have here does actually 4K. I haven't tried it yet, but at least I'm running it in 1080p. So without further ado, let's take a look at what I have running currently on my little console system. Okay, so to some people this might seem familiar. It's because it is GameSum, the Android app. And I have this Android TV box that plugs into your television via HDMI. It's Bluetooth compatible, which means I can have my own wireless controller. So forget about that little 4-foot NES Mini cord. I can have pretty much any Bluetooth compatible controller work with this system. So now what you're looking at is GameSum, and it's running the RetroArch emulation system in the back end. So the plus about this is you have the ability to play every game from the NES library. So I'm going to set this up so I only have the games listed that I actually have in my collection. So yeah, here it is. Some covers are missing, but these can easily be found and replaced. So I'm just going to go down and let's see, there's a little more than just 30 games on here. You can see the covers kind of populate as you go. You might see some doubles in there because I haven't weeded out any of the doubles myself. So just for an example, we'll play some, we'll jump into the original Castlevania. So you get this screen. It basically, you can go about this game and there's your description. You can manage the genre, how you want it listed. You can search for metadata. You can edit the game data, add it to favorites, mark it as finished. And you can do that for all of the Nintendo games that are available. I'm just going to play it. I have the volume turned down just so I don't get tagged with some stupid copyright infringement deal for the music. But here it is running on my little emulation box, and I'll show you what it is at the end of the video. And the sound, trust me, it's like dead on. It sounds great and it plays fantastic. Yeah, it does take a little nerding to like set up and find the ROMs online so you can actually do this. But I like it much better than getting, say, an all-in-one console that's just plug and play, because I'm a nerd like that and I like to customize stuff. And having ROMs of games that you don't own is illegal. So you just have to keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to take my game collection, download the ROMs for them, put them on this device, And that's another reason that can make sealed copied collections like worthwhile, because it's legal to have a copy and you can still keep it in its nice new sealed box. So for example, when I want to quit the game, I've assigned this right trigger button to just bring me back to the main menu. I can push B and then I'm straight back here. Now, the other great thing about this is it's not just a Nintendo emulator. If I go back one more screen, I've currently installed the Sega Game Gear, the Sega Master System, the Mega Drive, which is the Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo, and the TurboGrafx-16. It gives you a game count of each system for the ROMs you have installed. Just for demo's sake, I put everything on here to show you how convenient it can be. So let's take a look at the Sega Genesis. Now it's basically the same type of screen, but you're looking at Sega Genesis games. I can browse through the collection. Let's find Mystic Defender. I love that game. I had it as a kid and it was super fun. So yeah, you can put as many games as you want on this thing. You can run homebrew games. So here we go. I'm going to turn this up because I don't think I'm going to be tagged on Mystic Defender, but we will soon find out. Okay, so this is Mystic Defender on the Sega Genesis. We'll just get into the game here. So I can't think of a reason not to use this system as opposed to, say, the NES Mini or the Retrobit generations. I mean, those devices are just emulators. If you want to argue about, playing the real thing, anytime that you move away from the actual cartridge on the actual system, you're kind of already out of the realm. So if you're using a flash cart and you want to argue about this, forget about it. The flash cart, you can say you're playing on original hardware, but you're not playing on original hardware because the flash cart is actually emulating different game mappers so it can be compatible with the system. You're not playing the real thing. And what else is nice about this, on a legality standpoint, is if you are a sealed box collector and you use this specifically as a collection tool, what you do is just load the games on this system that you actually own, sealed or not sealed, and then you can play them legally, creating your own library and still having the physical cartridge that you don't have to open. So moving on, after I'm dead meat here, I just push my analog back again. I can go back, and now if I can always just pick another game here, no matter what it is. I haven't seen one that has failed yet. So I'm going to go back, and now I can show you this TurboGrafx-16. And this system will also do many others. I haven't tried the other systems. It says it can do PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64. I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, here is the TurboGrafx-16, and we'll just go with, let's see, some kind of classic here. We'll go with Keith Courage, the Pack-In game. Then once I show you that, I will show you the Game Gear real quick. I mean, having this ability to just bounce back and forth from system to system is super convenient. You do lose a little nostalgia not pulling out the physical cartridge and playing it, but it's nice to have. And this is Keith Courage running in HD. Yeah, like I said, sorry I don't have a capture card, an HD capture card, but I just wanted to show you this on an actual HD television. And there's also another plus about this device. If you want to, it has composite audio and video cables that you can purchase separately, which means you can play this on an old school classic CRT television and get that close to original feel by just running it on a CRT. Now, the NES Mini does have filters to make it look old. You can set this system up to do that as well, but the plus is actually being able to connect it to a CRT television without any other converters, which is fantastic. So this is Keith Courage for the TurboGrafx 16. So if I want to just kill it, I can kill it, I can back out, back, play Game Gear, and just like that, I am already in the Game Gear. This will also do Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color games. And it works fantastic. Oh, so the screen looks, you know, super clear, so having Game Gear on a large screen might look a little blocky to some, but I think it's pretty fun. So I'm going to back out, and we're back to the menu. Now, because this is Android based, it's not just an emulator. If I back out again, yeah, so there's the home page. So you have YouTube, you have Kodi, which is the media streaming app. You can watch movies and television shows, listen to music, you can sort, you know, pictures and programs. You have all the classic Kodi add-ons, so you can watch, you know, pretty much any movie that is somewhat popular. It's no different than the Kodi add-on for, say, your computer or any other device. Kodi is Kodi. So I'm just going to push my home button. I get right back here. I can go into Netflix. I'm not online, so we can't look at it. But if I just go over to my Game Sum screen, that loads up, and then I can run, say, the Sega Master System and pick whatever I want. We'll do Alex Kidd, and we'll play it. So here's your Alex Kidd on the Master System, running in HD. And like I said, if you wanted to get the AV cable and just hook it into an old school television, you would be in seven heaven. I'm just going to go back. And now I can just jump right over to, say, Super Nintendo and play any of those games. So we'll do Aliens vs. Predator, for example. I'm not worrying about changing systems or being limited to my game count. So the thing to do this legally would be to download the games that you have in your physical collection and load them onto this device. I got the invisibility for the Predator here. Fun little fighter game. Like I said, you can just quit out of this anytime you want. So I'm playing Super Nintendo, quit, go back, we'll go into Nintendo and play some A-Dice. So I'm going to wrap this up and tell you what I think of this Android device and tell you what it is and how you can get one. So that's it, kids. It is called the Nextbox. It is the A1 model. I will let me shut this off and tell you show you what it looks like. It's this little device right here. You have your power, you have a USB port, you have HDMI, you have your Ethernet cable. This is your composite audio and video adapter. You can just buy a cable for that and it'll work fine. You have optical audio, digital audio out, and there's your cable, your power supply. It also takes an SD card. So you can change up your ROMs on here. You can put movies or music on there and it will play on this device as long as you have it set up properly. Now if you do some research, instead of breaking your wallet from the asshole scalpers trying to pawn off the NES Mini for say $250 or more, forget about it. If you have any questions on how to set up this device, just give me a message. Contact me on Facebook or whatever. Tell your friends, share this video. It is the Nextbox A1, and this is just an Android device. They have many of these. I did a lot of research to figure out which one to get, but like I said, I'll help you in any way I can. I picked up a remote control for this because I didn't like the one it came with. So this is what I bought. It is a regular remote control on back. It does have a full keyboard, which is crazy handy for doing searches on Netflix or whatever, looking for, actors or certain series of TV shows. So yeah, I'm super excited about this device. It's awesome. It can handle Bluetooth, audio, controllers, whatever. This remote control doubles as a air mouse, so I can actually have a mouse pointer. As you can see, I don't know if you could see that, but I have a little mouse pointer and I can click on different things, or I can shut that off and navigate with the arrow keys. I'll go to the Play Store. Can't right now because I'm not online. Like I said, I have this plugged in upstairs. I just wanted to bring it down for better lighting so I could shoot this video. But even if you're offline and you just want to use it for the gaming portion of it, you can have the GameSum front end load with the system so you don't need to see the home screen. You can have it directly load into the GameSum interface when it comes on. So that's another option. Give me your questions or comments below, and let me know if you have any alternatives to third-party emulation consoles. In my opinion, that's fantastic. It's the It does everything I want it to do. I give it 2 thumbs up. It's pretty solid. I don't want to have a NES Mini or a Retro Bit Generations because I'm a tech nerd. And I can modify that to do whatever I want it to, really. So, yeah, thanks for watching. You know, give me some questions, comments, whatever. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If it sucks ass and you don't agree with anything I said, give me a thumbs down. But if you give me a thumbs down, explain why, so I can argue with you. Or not. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry if it was a long video, but yeah. If you want to know how to set it up, let me know. I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.